What's going on, everybody? What is happening tonight? Anyway, let me go through some of the stuff here. What's up? What's up, Jerome? What's going on? PJ, up in the house. Thor, Thunder Trucking. Who else we got here? Let's see. PJ, Thor, Hot Seat. Dejadoki Pam, evening. What's up? What's going on? Mark, Jose. Fishing is Life. What's up, Godfather? Not much. How's fishing? Who else we got in here? I want some tacos. Yeah, Taco Tuesday, right? There's lots of good things. We could squash the elephant in the room, but we're not going to. We're not going to do that. We could. Because everybody knows I'm not going to say something unless it's true and factual and got the goods. Hey, look. I was going to make this a whiteboard session, but we'll do that later on. And if you want to talk about rates, we can talk about rates. If you want to talk about entrepreneur, owner-operator, they are not the same. Because there are entrepreneur owner-operators and there are owner-operators that are company drivers. Because they're missing the skill sets to be the entrepreneur. And we can go on and talk about that. If you guys don't know what the two skill sets are, and you want to know, we can talk about it. Because there is a big difference between the two. What's up, Greg? What's shaking? Good evening. We got Steve out there. He's working. And that's another good thing about having multiple trucks in a carrier. You know, when you got a truck goes down or there's a problem at home, the driver's, next day is delivering, we got someone close by, they can go save the load, deliver it, and so forth. And that driver's able to get to where they need to be. Or if we have to save a load because it's a reefer and it's perishable in there, then we have the resources to do it. Instead of being, one truck, and if your truck breaks down, you're bumming. And that's another reason why I never did reefer as a one truck owner operator. One, you could have huge claims against you. Because if that truck goes down, the reefer goes down or something like that, you don't have another truck to get in there and save that load, especially if it's perishable. For instance, if you're hauling like strawberries, 1 or 2 days late could ruin the whole load. That's all it takes. So, that's another good reason. Fuel is the problem, not the rates. Well, Jose, the rates are a problem when people think, and there's a lot of people on Facebook too, and I hate this one Facebook page because I won't give you my opinion on it, but too many people judge what one company puts on a board for the national average. National average that they put on there means nothing. Zero. Nothing. Our contractors, day in and day out, book higher than that rate. Sorry to say. I could put it on a glass. I'm not going to show you the customer, but I could put it on a glass. But that would prove some people wrong that had to spout off in some chat that maybe they want to debate me. But I have the goods, so you would lose that debate, and you'd lose it pretty badly. So we're not going to do that to you. We're just going to leave it alone. But if you want to continue, I'm feeling feisty this week. If you want to continue, we will drop the hammer and bring it to you. Let's see here. Hit the thumbs up. Yeah, no one hits the thumbs up. Greg's laughing. Greg, are we talking fiction or fact, Greg? Greg will answer it. In the shop, yay! Snowlord. I told you. They're pretty fast. DJ Bolin. Good evening, everyone. What's up, DJ? I haven't seen you in like years. Mark, rates not bad in the Southeast or P. Exactly, Mark. Depends what you do. Here, let me take this one right here. Who's got a mapping program? Shannon, are you driving? I'm gonna ask Shannon. Shannon, are you driving? Let's see if Shannon's driving. We'll give her some homework. She's an owner operator. She's sitting out there. Well, Nevada's here too. He's got 2 people in there. Roller coaster ride. You're right. Almost lost 45,000 worth of mushrooms. Right. We almost lost a whole load of strawberries. But good thing we had a driver in Kansas that could get down to Texas, to San Antonio, grab that load, deliver it, and come back. Right? Somebody, what's up, Ogar? What's up, buddy? I ain't seen you in a while. Somebody give me the miles, because I'm not going to run it. From here, let me get the town. Tempe, Arizona. To Sholo, SHOW space LOW, Arizona. Somebody get me that miles. Formulate a plan with your dispatcher and execute that plan. Simple. Exactly right. And if you have a really great dispatcher, that's all you need, right? So 146 miles, says Sean. Sean, how much do you think we got a load for at 146 miles in this environment? Nevada says 171. Depends on your route, right? So let's just cut it right in the middle and say 160. Let's just call it 160. In today's day-in rate, 271 a mile, right? 271 a mile. Shoot, let's round it up to 200. Let's round it to 200 miles, so we ain't sitting there, right? So 200 miles, 271. They say you can't get more than 542. That's what they say. 542. Yeah, Sean, you're $1 off. $1,000. That's $7 a mile. Well, 6, 5, almost 6. Almost 6. That's one. It's right there. What's another one? I blocked off who our best brokers are. No one needs to know. Right? No one needs to know. So we have another one here. 461 miles. $1,700. Who can do the math on that? 1,700 divided by 461. $3 and what? 75? 65? Even in nomadic bread. What's going on? Somebody's gonna make me break out a calculator. You guys are slow. I don't know what you're watching. All right, so because they said they didn't believe it. No way. It's 368.7 for 461 miles. I'll make sure this is covered up. Make sure you can't see that name, but it's right there. I don't know, $1,700. Anyway. Then we got another one and another one and another one, and we're not going to go through them. Case closed. Yeah, Michael Hunter. There you go. 368. Got my T-shirt. Greatly appreciated. Hey, we do send the stuff out, right? It costs more money to mail that stuff, Nomadic Brit, than it did to get the T-shirts, right? To even make them. It costs more to ship it. Big Mac, we're just, people say that we can't get more than $271 a mile on a consistent basis because that's the national average. Because there's a difference between an entrepreneur owner-operator and just an owner-operator. There is a big difference. And we could go over the difference, right? They're missing two skills that make an entrepreneur, a real entrepreneur. A real entrepreneur has these two skills, and they don't worry about one thing. A real entrepreneur does not worry about a paycheck. Sorry to tell you, folks, they're not paycheck people. One, you got to have the right mindset, and you got to have the right skill set. If you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to make it. And if you don't have the right skill set, you're not going to make it either. You need both those sets. Yeah, right. You've got to have negotiation skills, right? That's part of a skill set when it comes to owner-operator checking. But you also have to have the right mindset. And the mindset is, doesn't matter what some company posts out there, what they think the national average is. If you have the right mindset and skill set, you're going to beat that national average. I talked to one of our drivers the other day. I said, hey, what do you think's going on in the industry? What about the fuel and stuff? He said, I don't care. Because I will call 50 or 100 brokers. It doesn't matter until I get the price I want. And you know what? He gets loaded every single day with the price he wants. Just saying. Because somebody out there will give you what you're worth, right? You have to tell them, you have to give them a reason why you're worth that extra that they don't want to pay. It's called negotiation, and you got to tell them why. Tell them why. Tell them what they get. So forth. I negotiate up the real cost of the load. That's right. Gustavo, I'm going to tell you, if you really want to learn about money and about entrepreneurism, just go on YouTube, type in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, subscribe to that guy's channel, and start watching. Start watching. You're going to learn a lot. Evening freight trucking. Shannon says, yep, I talk numbers with brokers and they seem respectful to me having that kind of business conversation. It's been going pretty well for me so far. DJ Bolin's trying to get me to read this. I'll just let it sit up there. I don't like drama, but I do bring the numbers. If someone sends me some stuff, say, hey, can you go over these numbers? Because, you know, I'm watching all these other channels. Can you break these numbers down? I'd break the numbers down. And what really gets me is this. Let me ask all of you guys something out here that are owner-operators. If you have a truck payment or insurance on your truck, the more miles you do, does your cost per mile go down or does it go up? So for instance, if you have a $3,000 truck note from Daimler Chrysler a month, the more miles you do, is your cost per mile decrease or increase? Here's an example. So everybody knows what we're talking about. If you do if you got $3,000 payment a month and you do 3,000 miles, your cost per mile is $1 to pay that payment. Now if you do 6,000 miles, your cost goes down to 50 cents a mile. It goes down. If you do 9,000 miles, you're at 30 cents a mile. And if you go 10,000 miles, 10,000 miles is 30 cents, right? Sorry, 10,000 miles is 30 cents. It goes down. Right, Nevada. It goes down on fixed. So, if you do a mileage program, the more miles you do, your cost goes up. It goes in the opposite direction. That's what doesn't make sense. So Nevada, how much is your insurance on your truck? How much is your insurance? You don't have to tell us the real number, Nevada. We know it's a long nose hood and everything. That's, you know, your physical damage. I'm guessing it's probably about $450 to $500 a month, probably, on that nice, beautiful truck you're driving there. But let's say it is, right? Let's say you got a truck, and it's right. Okay, Nevada. It's $776 a month. It's $776 a month, no matter if you do 0 miles or 12,000 miles. Correct? Correct. If you do 6,000 miles, you're still paying $776, right? And if you do 12,000 miles, you're still paying $776. But on a mileage program, it's not fixed. Everything is variable. The more miles you do, the more you get charged. It's backwards. Just saying. There's only one. Who benefits? Who benefits? Is it the trucker or the company that benefits by a mileage program? Who benefits in that situation? Right, PJ. PJ knows. He was at a place that benefited a lot. Right. What's up, Robbie in Miami? What's up, baby? What's shaking? Jose. Fishing is like, I don't know. Right. So, nothing to say. Hey, if that's the gig, more power to them, right? Business is to each is their own, how they want to run it, how they want to structure it, and if people want to come and do that, that's up to them, right? So I have nothing to say about it, but they attack me for just going over numbers. I have no idea why that is. DJ says cost per day averaging is a better formula because your fixed cost and interest is calculated daily. Cost per day is always better than cost per mile because you can figure out an average cost per mile, but you can't figure out the cost per mile because it changes all the time because your biggest variable is fuel. So if you do cost per day, what you need after fuel, you can always get that, and you can look at those runs, and it doesn't matter what the rate per mile is. That's where the mindset comes in. That's where the business mindset comes in. Doesn't matter, because your business needs so much money to run per day, and your household needs so much money to run per day. And if you put those together, and you know what that number is, you can look at any load, look at the miles, say how much fuel you need, times it by the fuel cost for that day, subtract that, and if it equals or betters that cost you need, you will always be in business. Always. You won't have the stress and all that from going, oh, I need $2.50, I need $2.70, I need $4, I need $3. Do you really? It's great when you can get those. But see, that's when the entrepreneur with the mindset and the skill set knows these rates are going down. He doesn't stick in the past and go, oh, I ran that load for $5 a mile last week. There's no way I'm taking it for $3.30 right now. No way. And they'll sit around, and they'll sit around. And then they'll go another day, and they'll go another day. And pretty soon, they're running out of money. I've seen it happen. I've been around for a long time in this business. Can we all agree? 30 years is pretty decent time in the trucking business. Let's Truck app gives you cost per fuel per mile. There you go. Normatic says to John Armstrong, they're talking about 5 gallons. What's Snowlord saying? I do cost per coffee. Well, let's talk about that, Snowlord. You still haven't sent me any of that great coffee you're talking about. That's okay. It's all right. When I drive by your house, I'll stop by and I'll get a cup, and you probably won't even give me the Iron Maiden cup either, but that's okay. I'll bring my own. Big Face Trucker, what is going on? What's happening? Now, Big Face, he come up here, and I take him to the range, because he did send me a very nice gift. I love that thing, Big Face. I still thank you very much for that. That was awesome. I take that to the range all the time. And people say, where'd you get that? And I said, man, if you know Big Face Trucker, he's got the goods. I upcharge the fuel when figuring costs, so my bid covers higher fuel costs than what actually I pay. Right. So fuel surcharge in the spot market game, in the non-dedicated freight, you just got to factor that in. Right? You got to factor it in. So, you know, if you look at per mile, so if you're at a company with a per mile basis, and it doesn't matter where you're at, Crete, Swift, some of these other ones, they're going to have a base per mile, they're going to have fuel surcharge, and they might add other stuff in there. So your rate per mile could be $2.10 a mile right now, let's say. But as fuel goes down, now you're at $2, $1.90, $1.80, $1.70, getting down to that $1.17 or $1.20, whatever they're paying you on that base rate. So as fuel drops, your rate goes down. Right? It doesn't matter if supply and demand, what that's doing. So when the spot market has a lot of supply out there, not a whole lot of trucks, the rates soar. In the spot market, 3 to 4 times the money than the mileage guy in that situation. Let's see if Jason and PJ are in here still, right? Because the company you were at before, you know what you got. And then you came to the spot market, ran over here at this company. Did you see a huge increase in your weekly? Because you know you got paid weekly over there. You get paid after every run here. But if you took all those runs for a weekly check, did you see a huge gain? Especially when the rates soared? Come down here. Black Rifle is about 40 minutes away. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's up, Steve Starr? What's going on? I hope everything's all right. Steve, I seen you call me. I didn't have a chance to call back. I hope everything's all right at the home front. Our prayers are with you guys. I don't have a wrench here. I don't know. Can I give you a wrench? Who is this Snowlord OG guy? That's not Snowlord. Snowlord OG. OG. I don't know who it is. We'll give him a moderator. Shoot, that could be anybody. I don't think PJ's got a wrench either. Does he? Shoot, let's give him a wrench. DJ says some people have a lemonade stand. Snowlord is going to have a Trooper beer stand. So, Snowlord, did they come to you, or did they just call the truck stop that has the shop right there and sticking you in the bay? Did the guy come into work? Is that what they did? They called him into work? I'm guessing they called him into work. And it's really not it wasn't really an hour and a half. That's a good thing with the extra lease trailers. Their road response is pretty quick. They have a guaranteed time limit that, you know, they'll get to you. Snowlord's old channel. He changed the name. All right, so hey Thor, how did the How did the earthquake, how did that work? Did you try it out yet, or are you still charging the battery? Did it have any nut breaking force? Did it break your nuts off? Anybody wants to know what we're talking about? The Earthquake XT battery operated impact gun from Harbor Freight can take the nuts off your tires on a semi. It will take those off. The 1/2 inch will do it. It just takes a little longer to get it to spin one off than the 3/4, but it still works. But I'm seeing if Thor's tried it or not. See if he found the right socket to go on there. I know the 1/2 inch I had would do it. Then I let somebody borrow it, and I never got it back. Never got it back. That's all right. I hope they're enjoying it. I'm here for legit. Man, people are talking like crazy. I'm here for legit trucking talk. Says TC Boggs Trucking Nastrodamus. Wow, what a name. Holy cow. How much was it? Well, right now at Harbor Freight, on sale, he got on sale, it's like $220. Now, they will offer you a extended plan for like $40 or so. Good for, I think, 3 years. But the good thing about that is, no matter what, you could take it in 2 years from now, hand it to them, they'll give you a brand new one. Doesn't matter if there's nothing wrong with it. Just regular wear and tear. Hand it to them, they'll give you back another one. What's he saying? My mechanic said I don't have to take up the tires, so I haven't done that yet. It did with grade on the differential. I'm going to have to take a tire off tomorrow once I find the socket. Okay. Yeah, so it's knocking those bolts off, right? I mean, it's a really good gun for the price. It's way cheaper than a Milwaukee and things like that. And with that warranty, I mean, I've had mine for a few years now, and it still works like day one. Good stuff. Now that is good stuff. What's going on? Selling merch. Robbie Miami says, sir, I took the truck in lease out of Prime. Now leased with a little Chicago company. They give me plates, insurance, everything, and 88%. You guys have the same program where I have to take my own authority. No. We do have a certain plan. We do 80%. We can get you plates if you need them. But that's it. You know, we do offer fleet insurance if you want to get your bobtail, physical damage, and occupational through us at reduced rates. We don't upcharge none of that. We give you whatever we get charged. We pay after every run the next day. And people say we couldn't do that, but we've been doing that for 6 years consistently. We do have longevity pay. So every year you're here, your percentage goes up. We do have a quarterly safety bonus we started. So every quarter, if you hit that bonus level and you had no instances, you'll get a bonus, and so forth. And you get to talk to the greatest safety guy in trucking, Snowlord. You know, how great is that? What's up, Sage? What's going on? Cool. Trucking's in the house. What's happening? $220, but you need the coupon. Right. So that gun with the super coupon that is in the books or in the ad, $220. It's a good $220 for that gun. That's the best time to buy them, right? Because you don't want to pay the $280 for it. You want to pay the $220. It grew legs. DJ says hi to TC. TC says hi back. All that good stuff. Nice. I have the Earthquake air wrench, but need a compressor with 17 CFM. That would be better on the road. Yes, it's great, especially if you're hauling a boat in your tire, and that's probably what you're using that for. If your tire, get a flat tire or something, and you got to take off that tire and replace it, it'll knock those lug nuts off just like that. I use it on my trailer out here for snowmobiling. And I had to replace all the guts on my axle on the snowmobile trailer on both of them. All the brakes, the bearings. I did all that this winter because I was going to go snowmobiling. I went to move the trailer and they were seized up. So I got it into the barn, jacked it all up, broke all the lug nuts off, had to go get all new lug nuts, all new brakes, the whole 9 yards for both axles. Done all that work, got it back together, pulled fine. First snow we got, I backed the snowmobile out of the trailer, take it for a quick spin, go in there, ditch banging and everything else, and I had to put it in reverse and I blew the gears out. So no snowmobiling last year. I got to ride it for about a mile. So I had to send it in the shop, and of course that part that I needed was on back order. And it came in when the snow was gone. So it's all right. It happens. Oh, a diesel rationing this summer on the East Coast? Could happen. It could. Things are weird in this country right now. One, we need to go back to making stuff in this country and not relying on foreign countries we really don't have great relationships with. We wouldn't have this problem. Two, we wouldn't have the problem if we just drilled our own oil and stop buying it. What are they saving it for? How many years of oil do we have in the ground? MT Fuel Corp, you'll probably know. How many barrels of oil do they estimate? How many years can we last on what we have in this country? Let's see if MT Fuel Corp. He's in all that game. Come on now, Bob. Shoot it out there. Ogar says about 200 years. Steve says 80 years. So what are we saving it for? We'll all be dead. We'll all be dirt. Right? We'll all be dead. Let's take the 280 and let's go in between them. So 140 years, let's say, give or take, we're not even going to be here. And don't you think within 100 years or 80 years, there'll be technology where we're not going to even need oil anymore? Wouldn't you think? I mean, if you go back in the 80s and you told somebody you're going to be holding a computer in your hand, because this is a computer, right? It's a computer. And you could use it like Star Trek, like walkie-talkies and all that good stuff. Hey man, we got some stuff going. Get off my YouTube. They would say you're nuts. I mean, it wasn't but 10 years later, this stuff come out, and 10 years later after that, it can do things that this big computer down here can do. Unbelievable. Diesel prices dropped 60 cents in the last 2 days. Empty fuel court, make sure you get me about a couple thousand gallons into your storage tank so my guys can come over there and get us for a really good price. Fuel up at your station. They just found new oil sand deposit in Alberta, enough oil to supply the world for the next 200 years. Well, maybe we'll have Canadian freight broker send us some of that down here. 6:45 in PA. Taco Bell, OTJB. Did you know if you have the Taco Bell app, brother, you could have got the Mexican pizza that came out today, only if you got it, if you're a member of the app today. You could have been one of the first ones to devour the luscious taco pizza from Taco Bell. That's right, folks. It's back. It's back. It's going to taste really, really good. But I do miss that. But get me on Taco Bell. Taco Bell got rid of one of the best items they ever had years ago. And I can still get it if I go to a Taco Bell and there's an old gray head person working behind the counter. And all I got to do is say, I need to talk to that old guy over there that looks like me. And they come over there and say, hey, can you make me an enchilada? And they just smile and say, oh yeah, I can make one of those. Not on the menu anymore. But they can still make the enchilada. They have all the ingredients there. So, you get a nice old guy that knows what you're talking about, they can whip one up for you. Enchilada was the best. Along with the taco pizza. Right? The Mexican melt. Steve, that's both ends, brother. That's both ends, brother. That's what's going on there. Just Trucking best. That's right. Just Trucking, you know it, right? You know it. You know if you take an enchilada and the Mexican pizza, you got a great meal sitting right there. And you're right, You're right, other Trucker James Best. Taco Bell, if they had a buffet, oh, that place would be packed. Packed. Everybody remember, we don't have any Pizza Huts anymore around here. They're all gone. There's no Pizza Huts. But their buffet was great too. I liked their Pizza Hut buffet. I remember stopping out there in Eloy, Arizona, right? Petro, you could walk behind, there's a Pizza Hut there, right? You could walk behind there and get that all-you-can-eat buffet. There's another good pizza place if you're in Winslow, Arizona, and you're at the Pilot there, has the laundromat and stuff there. There's a pizza place there also that's really good. That has a buffet. At least they did, 20 years ago. Probably not there anymore. Jack in the Box? Yep. Hardee's. Hardee's was really good. Now, they had a really good roast beef sandwich. It was better than Arby's. Anyone remember Taco Ticos? Taco Time. Everybody remember Taco Time out there in Wyoming? Rawlings, I think they were in Rawlings, was one of their main locations. Taco Time. They had some pretty decent food. But if you really want good, authentic Mexican food, Oklahoma City, Flying J, across the street, in the Love's parking lot, was Ricky's Cafe. I don't know if it's still there or not, but on that corner, Ricky's Cafe, the best. Go talk to Caesar. Him and his family own that restaurant. They're from Mexico. And if you really want the real deal sauce, they don't have it on the menu. You got to ask them for the house special. They'll know what you're talking about, and they'll bring it out. The McRib. Yes, the McRib is back. We don't know what type of meat it really is, but it's back. I had never seen ribs look like that before. That's like Subway. Is the tuna fish in Subway really tuna fish? I'll let you guys ponder about that and do some research. Look it up. Is there any fish in the tuna fish at Subway? Did you guys look that up? You might not want to eat the tuna fish sandwich anymore. McRib with no pickles. You got to get the pickles, Just Truck, and you're losing the taste. You're losing it. It's not real. OTJB, it's not. There's less than, I forget what they say, point something 1% or something of fish in there. So what it is, anybody's guess. Anybody's guess. Yes, Alex, and pickles in that, it's about the only thing real in that sandwich. That's true. Subway guacamole, real or no? No, it's not. Yeah, look it up, OTJB. Look it up. It's not tuna. All the bread in Subway is white bread. They add caramel to make it darker. Hensley Show. What's up, Hensley? You've been having a bad day. It's about as real as a Taco Bell taco meat. Well, that stuff comes in a bag. You ever seen that? They take the bag and they stick it in hot water. But it's still good. I mean, we eat it, right? We still eat it. That's like hot dogs. If you get that Bar S hot dogs, what is it? What is it in there? Alex M tells you. Here it is. Only 2% is tuna, James. Tuna from sodas, they give it to a Taco Bell food. That's why James loves it. He loves Taco Bell. So why wouldn't he love the tuna sandwich? Hey, whenever Pepsi owns something, you get what you get, I guess. All this food talk is making me hungry. We went out to dinner. Took the family out to dinner. And if anybody knows, we have a large family. Took the family out to dinner. Went in there. You know, chicken tender meal, bacon cheeseburger meal, ribs, couple fish dinners, lemon chicken on skewers, some other stuff. Unbelievable price. Cost almost $200 to go to a restaurant. What's this? I need... You have to get that for your grandma. Well, you gotta wait. What do you need that for? Okay,
I didn't
so
know.
listen to this. Listen to why she needs
I didn't know.
$10.
I don't know where the book is at. I don't remember getting the book.
So you didn't return a library book, and now they want $10
Yeah.
for a $1 book.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I don't even know where I didn't remember getting the book.
So now you want me to pay for your mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you $10 when Grandma gets home, because I don't think I have nothing that. I don't think I got nothing that's small
Is this
in
in
here.
YouTube?
Yeah, it's YouTube. I don't have $10.
Why do you guys call me bigger bills?
That's all I got. I don't have $10. I'll have to get this broken down. You got Cash App?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't take it at school, do they?
Probably.
Okay, Cash App you $10. I'll have Grandma break this down. I'll give you $10.
Now I asked Matthew. He went, "Now why would I give my money to you?
Matthew's
I'm
got a lot
going
of
out
money.
with Casey."
Well, tell your brother to give you $10.
I did. He's like, "No, I'm going out with Casey tomorrow. I need money so I can pay for her."
He's a teenager. He's got a girlfriend. He's got to keep that money, man. Girls cost a lot of money.
Keep it. He spends it all on her.
Well, yeah, that's what guys do. All these guys here spend money on their wives or girlfriends.
I would never spend any money.
Well, no, you don't spend no money, because if you get a boyfriend, the boyfriend spends the money.
Actually,
Yeah.
I spent $22 on Jaden.
Well, then Jaden's got it going on, don't he?
Actually, Grandma.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you didn't spend it. Your grandmother did.
I'm broke.
You're broke, huh? Facts.
Put that on there. Grandpa, did you just say facts?
Facts. Right here. It says right here. Facts. T.Say Boggs Trucking in Nostradamus said facts. Is he talking like a young teenager?
You didn't spell it right. It's F-A-X.
You didn't spell it right, TC. If you want to get in the slang jargon of the new teenage air, it's not that.
Yo.
Yeah, Pigtail says yo. He's an older guy too, can't you tell?
Yeah, his name's Pigtail.
His name's Pigtail.
And he said, Michael spelled it wrong too. And Neo spelled stuff wrong. It's supposed to be LMAO.
Yeah, Logic Neo. Well, he's trying to be PG-13.
Oh.
LOL, not LMAO. How did you know what LMAO is?
Because I can't.
Well, boy, are we learning a lot here, ain't we? Groovy. What do you think of Groovy?
Is my birthday on your calendar?
Look at this right here. Look. Facts.
Spelled it wrong, so.
How about Groovy? She don't know about that.
Oh my god.
Would you know what a check is? If I gave you a check for $10, you know what that is?
Yeah, you gave it to them.
Yeah, she says it's money. What if we give you a blank check?
Then there's no money. You have to have your signature.
Hey, at least she knows that. She knows there's got to be a signature. All right, we'll give you $10 in a little bit.
Grandma's not even answering.
That's all right.
She keeps on hanging up on me.
Well, she's over at her friend's house.
She's going to be home an hour ago.
Well, yeah, but she's visiting her friend.
That she just saw yesterday.
Well, yeah, but that's okay.
She doesn't have me.
She's taking time off, so let her have her peace for 2 hours. See ya. You know what a fax machine is. So we're at the restaurant, and of course teenage girls see a teenage busboy, and oh boy, I wonder if we can get a snap. Can you believe that? Back in our day, we'd have to ask for phone numbers. Today, they just ask for a snap. They take their phones, they do this, and they say, okay, see ya. Now they got their snap. I don't. DJ says, tell Grandpa to put her on the payroll so you don't have to ask for money every day. DJ, shh. What are you trying to do? What's a Walkman? She would probably say it's a man that's walking. That's probably what they'd say. Because they wouldn't know what a cassette is either. Or a typewriter. Or any of that good stuff. What I should do is get out one of those old bag phones. Say, here, next time their cell phone breaks, hand them a bag phone. Well, there's your new phone right there. Carry that around. Phonograph. There you go. See if she can figure out how to play music on a Walkman. Then give her the money. I should. I do have a rotary phone. Or even an iPod. They even make those anymore. She knows how to use an iPod. She had an iPod. She had an iPod when she was like 5. So she'd know how to use that. Hand them a pager. They'd probably use it as a paperweight. Yeah, they're stopped making the production of iPads now, right? So they're taking iPads away. Oh, sir. What's going on? Oh, sir, just trucking. Try switching jobs with her for a day. You'll book 2 loads for the next day, regardless of the price guarantee. She would learn this, but she has bigger ambitions in life. She wants to be a veterinarian. So that's what she wants to do. I said, well, got to get good grades. Because vet school is a long time, just like a doctor. So you better study hard, right? A-Track player is where you hide your wallet in your car. Exactly. What up, Jeff? I'm guessing the rental truck guys are watching this very closely. Can you feel the heat? Rich Taco, I don't feel no heat. Just like when they say, we couldn't get more than 271 miles. That was all, whatever. Because they said it. I think they said it in TC Boggs' live the other night, didn't they? Not TC Boggs. I had someone text me, said check out TC's channel. So I went in there for a couple minutes, and I seen the comments from a couple of those guys, Stewart and Coach or somebody. And they said, well, the national average is 271. One, if you go by national average, and that's what you're booking your freight on, you're not going to last long. Because you can get way more than a national average. Because you guys even know how they even get that national average? It's really not the real numbers. Just saying. So I brought out these 5 rates that we had the other day when I had the whiteboard up there and showed 375, 3 something. There's almost a $5 1 mile in there for 160 something miles, 170 miles or whatever. It was more than that. It was almost $6 a mile because it was $1,000. And then there was 346, 375, and 318. So there you go. There's the real rate cons. There you've seen it. And if anyone wants to come on and debate, I'll debate you. I have no problem. Debates are fun, right? But you better bring the goods. It's like TC Boggs. Come on, TC Boggs. I dare you to click that interview button and let's debate. Let's debate. We'll debate numbers. Let's do mathematics. My daughter's first computer was an Apple IIc. Cool trucking. This is going to go way back. My first computer was a Tandy Trash 80. That's what we called it. TRS 80, Trash 80. C, a color. Can you believe it? A color. Came with it. I had to buy extra. The cassette player. Because that's how you played games back in those days. And it was all words, right? You stuck a cassette in there, hit the button, and you would have choices, right? You come up to the front of this cave. Do you go north, east, south, or west? And you just hit the button. Right, exactly, Pigtail. That's why I'm not engaging in it. I don't engage in it. Just when someone says, hey, can you break down these numbers? Because I'm thinking about this, or how does this work? I just break down the numbers. And if people's feelings get hurt for breaking down numbers, they shouldn't. It's just numbers. I don't attack no company. All companies are good. It just depends if you want to work there or not. If that's what you want to do, great. Great. You know, you want to go to Swift and buy a truck from Swift and work there, or Schneider, JB Hunt, wherever they're at, Arthur, or whatever it is, doesn't matter. If you're happy there, so be it. Yeah, the Commodore. Yeah, the Commodore VIC-20. I had the Amiga 2000. So this going way back, right? So yeah, I had that Trash 80 was my first computer. Then I upgraded to the Commodore, and then when the Amiga 2000 came out, that was badass. You know, that was good stuff. 2 disk drives in it, floppies, of course, the big ones. All that good stuff. Floppy disks, yeah. Doom Nukem. And then of course I had all the other video games, Ataris, the Nintendos, the TurboGrafx, the Segas, the Sega Saturns, Sega, you know, all that good stuff. Let's see. The Scribe, what's he got to say? Hensley Show. Any word on the proposed speed limiter bill? You know, if that actually passes, it'll be a tragedy, because it's not about safety, folks. Because if you limit a truck, because split speed limits, we used to have split speed limits, and we still do in this state. And you see a lot of rear end crashes into trucks. Why? Because they're going 10 miles an hour faster than trucks. And if they're on their phone, on Facebook, doing this, they look up, whoa, there's a truck. That's what happens. What's up, Dylan? What's happening? Tandy, Radio Shack, yes, back in the day. Yes, Rich Taco. When I had the video game store, I used to fix those Nintendos. People would bring them in broken, trade them in, and for $7.50, you could get the new 72-pin connector. You just take the machine apart, take the connector out, put a new connector in, good to go. The games never broke. Blow on those cartridges a little bit, or rub a little alcohol in there with a Q-tip. And you'd get all the black, you know, gunk on there, and then they would work. They would work. They never broke. Commodore 64. 10 go to 2020 print. Jump in a shower. It'd be fun topic to schedule. some will be happy, some will be always greener mentality. That's right, OTJB. Hey, if it floats your boat, it's what you want to do, go ahead. If you want to recruit. If you want to just drive a company truck, and that's all you want to do, great. That's why they have all these different positions for people, right? And, if you want to sell Parrot headsets, sell Parrot headsets. What does it matter? T-shirts, whatever. I don't understand why people are so caught up in how someone makes their money. I just don't get it, right? So if OTJB wants to sit down in his basement and print a bunch of shirts, and it's a pain in the butt to do shirts, right, James? I mean, I got a shirt press too, but I don't press very many shirts. It's ugh. I just don't feel like taking it. It's time consuming, really time consuming. I even got mug presses and everything else. I just don't feel like taking the time to try it. But people get hung up on that in this business, right? Of, oh, this guy's trying to sell me this, or they're trying to sell this, or they're doing this, or they're just doing that. I just say, don't talk about the numbers and things like that, right? Just don't do it. What's up, Alaska Trucker? Did you have an arcade or something like a GameStop store? Yes, I did, Rich Taco. I came out with the first one that was like GameStop, but we had a bunch of stations in there to play the games, test new ones out before you buy them, things like that. We ran tournaments and so forth. So we did all that stuff. Let's see here. Then we stopped up and bought a compact Presario. There you go. Just Truckin' says, no, this is Logic Neo saying, own cousin making fun of me. Nah, say it ain't so. Team Tiny, what's up? Blow it in that game and it was a good to go. Exactly. They need to govern cars. When the country was locked down, I can't recall seeing wrecks. That alone tells you it's four-wheelers usually at fault. Just saying. Sparky right. What do we got here? 8-bit Nintendo was cool until the 16-bit Super Nintendo came out. Ninja Turtles was a cool game. Won't happen ever, Alex. Says James needs to print Taco Bell ain't it? That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. He would say Taco Bell is it. He would change his tagline to Taco Bell is it. Hold on here. What's up, Stuart? What's happening, baby? Stuart, yo. You're lagging. He's lagging. Are you camping this weekend? Yes, Logic Neo. We're camping this weekend. So I'll probably shoot some camping videos for the RV camping channel, right? So we'll do that. We'll do the RV camping channel this weekend. OTJB. That cricket connection. Look at Mr. Alaska Trucker. You were close to my house and you didn't even stop by and say hi. Can you believe me? Can you believe me? No, Stuart, there's something wrong with the audio. No one could hear you. It was coming in and out. So I'll go live again tomorrow. We'll try it again tomorrow or the next day. Yes. I'm waiting for Alaska Trucker to come back and say why he didn't stop by. Just why. We could have went snowmobiling, right? We could have went and did some grass burning, right? We could have knocked out some high facts, burned them up, Tomorrow sounds good. All right, yeah, I'll try to do StreamYard. I'm gonna hook a different microphone up so StreamYard works, and we'll try it on that platform, see what happens. Yes, use old people camp. Oh yes, us old people camp. Yes, me and Logic Neo, we camp. We're old people, right? So we're going camping this weekend, and of course it's probably gonna rain, probably, but it'll be all right. And then we'll come back, work the week, and probably camp again for Memorial Day weekend, maybe, if we can. I don't know. We got to try to find a spot because we didn't book. So we might or we might not. Yeah, see, this is what happens when you stop by over here. So, give you a little thing. Steve Starr stopped by, calls up. Hey Jeff, I'm coming up from South Carolina. Okay. When will we be here? Well, I'll be there the next day, tomorrow. Okay. He shows up. I say, hey Steve, you see that brand new Chevy Duramax diesel pickup truck out there? He says, yeah. I said, we're gonna tear the whole front of that truck off. This truck has no miles on it, right? So we disassembled the whole front of that truck, did we not, Steve? To put tow hooks in it for the RV, for the motorhome. So instead of putting it in the instead of putting it in a shop out back where it's out of the sun, I said we'll just do it right here in the driveway. Scorching out. So we take the whole front end of that truck off, lay it out in the yard. It's sprawled all over the yard. Bumpers, grills, everything. All the guts, the turbo air intake, all that stuff. To put these 2 tow hooks in there for the motorhome. Then we put it all back together. And Steve was sunburnt bad. I felt sorry for the guy. And then he took off and he went to Chicago. And I guarantee you that night he was probably saying a few choice words. That ain't how. COTJB, you ought to learn something. See, maybe Hensley ought to learn something up from that. Put them to work. Put them to work. They won't be back. Yeah, it was 5 hours. 5 hours. And we had that thing, the whole front of that truck, spread all over the grass. Yeah, Logic Neil, made them work. That's like if you go camping, come on up and go camp with us. I'll do all the cooking. I got the flat top grill and everything. Yeah, we'll do all that. See, now, that's why no one went over to James's house for 3 solid years, because he had that 9,000 foot mound of gravel in his driveway that had to be spread, and no one was going there because they know they had to got a shovel, and days later you'd have been done. All right, cool. Dylan, you come here. You sit here all day. I'll go take a day off. I'll teach you how to do it. Awesome. That's right. He was spreading that with 5-gallon buckets. See, now if he'd have called me and said, hey, Jeff, come on over. Help me spread this gravel. I'd have brought him a big bucket, because I'd have took my front end loader, put it on the trailer, drove it over there, said, James, I'll be done with this before you can even crack a beer. And it had been done. A couple scoops, it had been done. Right. Right. I didn't have the backhoe on it. Right. We'd have done it upright. And then while I was there, I would say, "Hey James, you want me to take that front end loader and that backhoe and get rid of this pool, so you don't have to open it? We can get rid of that thing. We can get rid of that thing in about 2 minutes." And then he could build a nice go-kart track out there. Now that would be nice. Or like an old RC car track, right? We could have leveled that pool, built up a nice track, and we could sit out there racing remote control cars in the backyard. Still have a pile. Snowplow moves a little each year. Well, just get rid of it. Ask your neighbor if he wants it. When are we building that shop? Supposedly this year, if we can find somebody to do it.
Grandma says
Yeah.
she doesn't have any dollars.
What? Good evening, Professor, and everyone. Greetings from Chicago, delivering to Oak Creek, Wisconsin. 324-mile load. Awesome, G-Star. I like your little avatar. I've seen that. I've seen that one. I like James' avatar. Give that. I'm glad he gave that to you. I mean, that looks just like you. That's an awesome caricature. Although he made the hair a lot nicer. I do got to give him that. Now, if you could just get your do there, James, to match that avatar, there you go. That's right. There's always this year. Our pool is open, James. Can you believe it? Got all the chemicals in it. Got it going on. It'll probably be swim worthy by the end of the week. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. That is cool. I hope he makes like $1 million off that. People buy those mugs, hats, caps, whatever. That'd be it. Now if he had some grilling utensils with that on there, that'd be all right too. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. I'm done talking. I got things to do. People are wanting things, so we have to go do that. Stuart, we'll catch you next time. And like I said, I'll go on the other feed, and hopefully you're in a better area with your cell phone too. And yeah, see, Stuart's going to give you the real numbers, right? He'll give you the real deal. Not saying it's a bad deal for people. It's just a different structure on how they're charging for a truck. Renting a truck, like they call it renting, leasing. You know, they're going to call it leasing, right? It's really leasing. But with maybe there's no option to buy or nothing like that, right? So to each is their own, right? If someone can go there, do that and make money, great, right? Nothing wrong with that. But I was just comparing, right? Like a full maintenance lease truck or a regular truck, just numbers to give people an idea of what a cost of ownership is compared to full maintenance leasing or renting in that aspect, and just do the numbers, the calculation. And it's all about miles. So there's no calculation that's not right. Everybody can do the miles, and you know your cost, right? So there's nothing wrong with it. Too late to call in. Yep, you're too late. We're not I'm gonna be like James. I'm gonna be like James. Not taking no calls today, or I'll be in here all night, and I gotta go to bed. He probably didn't get his lawn mowed either, but he'll never tell you he didn't finish. Have a good evening, y'all. Hit the bed. Hoping my truck is out of the shop tomorrow. Very enjoyable live show. Well, appreciate it. Thank you. We'll see y'all later. Bet is overrated, said Alex M. I did get it mowed, but needs it again. Well, I mowed mine, I don't know, a couple days ago. It needs it again. It grew fast. I went out with the weed whipper today and done all that. What's up, Teen Tiny? Yeah, there you go, TC. You go live. Everybody's been live today, it seems like. You go live. All right, man. We'll see y'all later.